Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mr. Coleflesh's Social Studies. This class is a modern classroom. That means that the teacher, myself, will use blended instruction, self-paced structures, and mastery-based grading. Blended learning means that you're going to do some of your lessons on video and the teacher doesn't lecture, like right now. Microsoft Teams, PowerPoint, Edpuzzle, these are all key tools that we use for blended learning. Self-pacing means that sometimes you're going to work on your own pace and move on to the next lesson when you're ready. It also means that the teacher is going to project on the board every day what lesson everyone has gotten to up to that point, so that way you know on the progress tracker. Mastery-based grading means you only get credit when you master content. If you don't master it, you're going to revise, revise, and revise until you do. We also do a lot of reflection in this class to think about how we can become better learners. Now, most days in this class, you follow the same routine. You've already started it. When you came in today, you started with bell work in your binder. And once you're done with that, then you're going to check the progress tracker. There's a lesson set up, and then you will jump right into the lesson. After you've done everything that's asked of you, whether that's an Edpuzzle, reading an article, whatever, you complete an assigned task, and then you take a mastery check or MC. If you don't master your MC, I'll ask you some questions. You might have to revise a little bit, and then you'll take a new MC to see if you got it. The trick is to make sure that you're ready to succeed at the mastery check before you take it a second attempt, so you don't have to do a third or a fourth. Now, this first week, we'll do most everything together, but by next week, you'll be released to do more on your own. If you're struggling with any part of this, don't be afraid to ask. You're learning, everyone's learning. It's going to take some time to get the hang of it. Now, let's go ahead and take a quick look at how you will navigate through the online portion of the class, which you should be somewhat familiar with Teams, but we're going to lean into it a little bit more this year. So we've got Microsoft Teams. Now this looks different, and there's multiple pages here that will look different because it is in a teacher view as opposed to a student view. But let's go ahead and pick a class here. So period 3, this is going to open up for us, and it always goes to general right away. And it's easy to access the class notebook from there. If I add something to the conversation, it's all there. What I would suggest is that you click on homepage, and this is going to be the landing site for just about everything. You will be able to go to the homepage, look and see what needs to be done, and every week this will change. So like right now, we've got week 1 agenda, and I can click on that week 1 agenda, and it will take me to another page. Now, to make it easier for you, if you click up here, this gets rid of that sidebar there, and so you've got more space. And these are drop down, and usually I'll have it set up that way where it's like day 1, 2, 3, 4 with some different drop downs. We are on unit 0 before we've actually started any content. And so we've got all sorts of different things here that you will do, and you'll see in different spots where it says must do, should do, and aspire to do. Must do's, those are things that you are absolutely expected to do. Should do's, that would be something that maybe gives you an opportunity to move from a 2.5 or a 3 on the SRG scale up to a 3, 3.5, and then aspire to do. That's what's really going to help you get up to that level 4. And so the must do's, that is everyone's got to do that. The should do, aspire to do, that's what really helps you raise your grade up more. Not everything will have, for example, this just has a must do. Not everything will have the must do, should do, aspire to do. But if you do those, that will improve your grade. Now, going back to the main class here, so going back to the home page. Go back. Or not. Well, we'll just go ahead and flip down here then, since it was being a little slow on me there. Every day, there will be a progress update through the progress tracker, and I will project it up front for you, but also I will update it in the channel here. It'll just be a screen grab so that you'll be able to see where you're at. And you can click on it. And in this example, on pace would be lesson 1.4. So if everyone in the class has finished lesson 1.4, then they are on pace. Now, if you're ahead of pace, like Rob here, then it'll show that. If you haven't quite reached there, like you've got mastered, oh, you took the mastery check, but you didn't quite get it, so you need to revise it, then you're catching up. Or unit complete, you've got every single thing done. Uh, this will update, like I said, every day so that you know where you're at and what you need to do. Now that is just a super quick look at Teams and everything you're going to do there. Aha! It got back to her. So one more thing I wanted to show you here. Instead of having to go to that assignments tab, it will have your assignments right there for you. So you don't have to go clicking around to find everything. As long as you go to the home page, that has just about everything for you. So I would say check that progress tracker, check the home page. And those things, you're going to be good to go. So thank you and have a good rest of your week.